Hello everyone, my name is Max and welcome back to Biz by the Water, your favourite sporting podcast with you all the way through 2025 and next year, of course, into 2026. It is almost the end of the year. I'm so glad this week is almost over. We've got a few more weeks of school to go. For my school in general, I know a lot of other schools do go a bit later, and I wish you all the best if you still have some exams to go. I believe HSC has finished, and IB still has a few more exams to go. But if you are finished and you're awaiting your results, I wish you the best of luck. You've all done the best you can, and I hope you've all been studying to the best of your ability. And that's all for the people who are doing their final exams, as well as the people who are doing their yearly examinations. I wish you all the best of luck with your results and for your future exams. And that's all I have to say about school and study, because I prefer to get away from that topic. It's been a great week back in the pool. I had one day off this week, the first day off in a while, and that was nice. This week I've been working more on aerobic breaststroke, a few more dives and sprints, of course, to finish off my Thursday afternoon training session. And tomorrow for my mini squad, I will put them through a nice set of 3 100s, as well as some 50s and 25 sprints. No dives, all push, and I'll make them maybe on the 25s on 45, 50s on a minute, and then the 100s most likely will be on 2 minutes, something like that. If you have any tough sets you'd like to share with us and I can let you know what I think, you can email them to us, The Biz Podcast. Sorry, oh my God, what did I just say there? The Biz Podcast. Actually, no, that is still the email. I didn't change it. It's thebizpodcast.tlb@gmail.com. I wouldn't recommend emailing that one. I'd recommend emailing the Lockdown Biz at Outlook or DMing us at Biz by the Water on Instagram. You will also notice the Lockdown Biz has announced a brand new Instagram account with the assistance of a very good friend of mine, Lachlan. We're doing Biz photography with his amazing camera. Lachlan will be going around taking some photos. You can take a look at that. The account is biz_photography. We put up some great photos yesterday. We're in the city taking some great photos of some local buskers. Now, I did read something recently. I believe it was there's no busking allowed on one of the Clover Moor, the Lord Mayor of Sydney. Now, a lot of you wouldn't know the Lord Mayor of Sydney. I didn't know the Lord Mayor of Sydney up until recently. Fun fact, I live in Sydney, but I didn't know who the Lord Mayor of Sydney was, but I did know who the Lord Mayor of Brisbane was. Lord Mayor Adrian Trinner. That's just a fun fact, and I don't know why that name is so familiar and so common. Anyway, enough about politics. But yeah, that was, I believe there's no buskers allowed on one of the main roads, or no people sleeping on this side of the streets. Anyway, that's Sydney City for you. Some more political news. I know I try to stay out of it a bit. I'll get back to sport in a second. The US House of Representatives, or the US government, has reopened after their, I think it was close to 50-day shutdown, the longest in the history. And finally, the Democrat was sworn in, Adelita Grijalva, the Texas, I think it was District 7 representative, has been sworn in. So congratulations. I know she was waiting over 40 days to be sworn in. So that's very, very good to hear. You can listen to the Biz Audio podcast, where I've been chatting recently about some Kyle and Jackie O allegations, and the Australian Media Communications Authority, they've been slapping them on the wrists for some content they aired earlier last year. You can find that podcast wherever you get your podcasts. And you might be able to notice the Biz by the Water podcast has a brand new, not logo, what do you call it, podcast artwork. I took a brand new photo yesterday, and it'll also be my Instagram profile pic. I'm really happy with how it turned out. I've had that as my profile picture for a very long time. So that was actually, I took that on my last day at United, as of course the M&M set at United, the max set, we call it the M&M set, was 8 150s on 2 minutes. If you think you can do that set, let me know. I'd like to know if you could do 8 150s on 155. It's not 100s, 150s, very different, and do that 8 of them, and then try doing 8 100s kick right after that. Great, everyone. Well, this is Biz by the Water for you, and if you have any suggestions, please DM us on Instagram. I do have one thing I did want to share with you all. Now, this is quite funny, and I believe it. I think I deserve some recognition for this. No, not really. I'm kidding. I really don't care about this. It's just quite amusing to me. In primary school, a lot of you would have done the Premier's Reading Challenge, and I finished Year 6 in 2021. And today, I was awarded with my 2021 Premier's Reading Challenge certificate. And because I knew it was so old, because it also had the signature of the Honourable Dominic Perrottet. He was our former Premier of New South Wales back in 2021, the Liberal Premier. So the fact that I'm getting this just over 4 years later is absolutely hilarious. I got it handed to me, and yeah, honestly, I don't really know what to say. I was shocked. Everyone was laughing, and yeah, if you've gotten the certificate more than 4 years late, please let me know. I'd love to know what it was you got that was late, and I'd like to know what it was for and why it was so delayed. Now, the Premier's Reading Challenge, I have not done that for a long time. 2021 was the last year that I did that. And yeah, I've taken a little break from running as well. I haven't done much running, to be completely fair with all you listeners out there. But yeah, and also speaking of running content, the Biz Run Club is still up if you would like to join our Strava. We post some weekly updates on there. And speaking of the Biz brand, the Lockdown Biz also has some brand new restaurant reviews. My cousin and I, Ryan, we go out and review different restaurants in the Burwood and Sydney CBD area, with the exception of some places in Melbourne. But you can check those out. That's on the Lockdown Biz on YouTube. You can also follow the Lockdown Biz on Instagram. And one other thing relating to podcasts, for school, I have to do a podcast little topic towards the end of the year. No more exams for me. I finished my exams a bit earlier, so I'm all free, to be honest. The attendance rate at school right now is just over 50%. So if you finished your exams, I don't know what I'm going to recommend. I actually know, I would recommend going to school, have some fun, enjoying the last few weeks before school holidays. And if you're doing anything in school holidays, do enjoy and stay safe out there. But don't worry, I'm staying here. We will have a little announcement in the coming weeks of who will be, not replacing me, but who will be joining me for the summer break. I try to do that every year to keep it a bit more interesting, just rather than me yapping on a bit solo. But yeah, I've had a few hosts in my time, and of course we had Business Sports Trivia last year. And Business is coming, everyone. She's defrosting. Mariah Carey is defrosting, and Business is almost around the corner. Business Sports Trivia will be back very, very soon. And that will be another giveaway that we are doing. And yeah, Business is another great thing we do every year. The podcast artwork will change. To have a little Santa hat on the Biz Network logo. And if you would like to join us and come work for us, let us know. If you have any suggestions, please also do contact us. We'd love to hear your suggestions. And I was also listening to the Laurel, Gary and Mark podcast. That's Classic Conversations. As you would all know, I'm very good friends or family friends with Mark Hine. And they're a great radio duo. I would recommend taking a quick listen if you are into 80s music or any of that time frame. Yeah, take a listen. Laurel, Gary and Mark Classic Conversations podcast. It's great to hear the trio back on air again in some sort of form in a new medium, not radio, but now podcasts. I think, to be honest, podcast is way better than radio. For example, if I do mess up on here, I can easily edit it out. I know you can sort of do that on radio with the now pre-recorded or sort of 30-second delay sometimes. But I prefer to do podcasts, of course. One day I will try to get on the radio, and maybe we'll have some news coming soon. But yeah, that's all I have to really say. If there's anything that you would like to hear, you can also add me on Instagram, Maxi_Monday13. As you can see my new profile picture, and when you're listening to this podcast, you can also see the brand new photo that I took for my profile picture. I think it looks great. The other one was quite blurry, as I took that on my last day at United with the Eminem set. I was talking to my old coach from United the other day. At United, we always used to show up 30 minutes beforehand to do dry land. And of course, I think dry land can be beneficial in swimming every now and then. I don't do it every day before swimming. I would do it definitely before a swimming race, or maybe before a meet, of course. I do some stretches. But at United, we used to have to show up at 5:30 to get in the water at 6, and 6 to 8 was the swimming session. But I never used to show up half an hour early. I always used to get there 6 o'clock on the dot, maybe 6:05, hop in a bit late, as you know me, not very prompt, always a bit tardy. That's just Max. But anyway, back to topic. On my last week, I was a perfect straight A student. I showed up half an hour beforehand for every training session. And I remember the last thing my coach said to me is like, if only you had trained like this and showed up, done your dry land, trained really hard, put in 100% for the set over the past year, I would have gone way further. But of course, that wouldn't make it Max. That was some words that will stick with me for a very long time, and I do appreciate that. Thank you all for listening to Biz by the Water for today. I do appreciate all the support as always. I love all of you listeners. I do appreciate every single thing you guys do. Listening, subscribing, following, commenting, suggesting things. I'm not going anywhere now. It sounds like I'm saying farewell, but I'd just like to say thank you to all the people who do some work behind the scenes. I know it's not many people, but there are a few people that I would like to give a shout out to. Max, not me, Max, different Max, Lachlan, Michael, Peter, and that's basically Lucas, a few other people as well that I will mention in a later date. But all you people do contribute, and of course this wouldn't be possible without the listeners. And I will have some news for you all soon relating to Bizmas. Of course, Bizmas back again. I love Bizmas. Doing it by the pool with the Santa hat is one of my favorite times of the year. The Christmas tree will go up yet. Mariah Carey is defrosting. I would play the music, but I don't want to get sued for copyright reasons. This is Biz by the Water, everyone. I'll catch you all very, very soon. Have a lovely Friday. Flashback Friday will not be on tomorrow. I've realized that there aren't enough episodes to flashback to. But we will have it soon, maybe next year. I'm going to try and have it around every November because I did it last year in November. It stopped just after November last year. You can, of course, contact us, join the conversation at Biz by the Water on Instagram and YouTube at the Lockdown Biz. Thank you all for listening. Love you all. I will see you all very, very soon. Have a great weekend and stay safe out there. And of course, keep listening to Biz by the Water. And also, I know that these episodes can seem a bit unstructured, but I think that's what makes Biz by the Water unique. There's no producers. It's just me rambling on for about 10 to 15 minutes. But I do appreciate you all listening, and I know I can get a bit sidetracked sometimes, but I promise there'll be good things on the horizon very, very soon. I will have some more structures put in place. I know compared to the older episodes of Biz by the Water, I'd say these are a lot better because, of course, I have a better microphone. I know what I'm talking about from time to time. And, of course, yeah, I do have a bit more interesting things to talk about. I know it might be a bit disinteresting when it's only me yapping on. And, of course, there are the haters out there. Haters are going to keep hating. But, hey, I will have some exciting news for you all very, very soon.